Here is a demonstration of the Vlookup formula. The Vlookup formula you'll see here, these are the semantics for the formula. There are 4 pieces of the formula that need to be populated for the formula to work. Basically how it works is that you have a number that you want to have associated to some other value with other values reflected in a table. The value that you're looking to look up is the item that's going to take the first piece of the formula, and then where you're going to look to pull the cross-reference from will be the table, in this case here, and then you'll say, okay, out of that table how many columns are we looking at and what is the column number that I want to pull in the cross-reference value from. So we'll just build the formula here. In Excel, just hit the equal sign and you go into the formula entry mode, and if you hit VL, Excel already assumes that you want to do a VLOOKUP formula and will imply that formula there. You can hit tab and have that formula show up with the proper semantic and opening parentheses. Now as you work through the formula, the pieces that are required in the formula show up. The bold items are the items that you're looking to populate next. So each of those items that are defined for the formula also are separated by a comma. So in the first case, in this example, what we're going to do is find the cross-reference value for this number 2. So the lookup value in this formula is going to be the 2. Select that, or you can type in C10 and hit comma. The next piece that Excel is looking for is the table array. The table array is going to be again where the results or the cross-references are. So what you can do here is highlight your table, and basically that's what the definition that the formula is looking for at that point. Hit comma again, and it's going to say, okay, what is the column index that we're looking for? What's the column number that's going to have the result in it after doing the cross-reference? In this case it's going to be 2. So just type 2, hit comma. Last piece of the formula is the range lookup, and I've got defined up here what that means. A true value means an approximate match, of course, and a false means an exact match. Those seem to be backwards, but if you just hit a 0, that gives a piece of the definition that you're looking for. And then close the formula with an ending parentheses and hit enter. As you can see, this formula returns the result of looking up this value here, this 2, and this table, and returning the value that's in the second column, in this case green. Let me just show you what it looks like if you do the range lookup as false and true. Equals VLOOKUP this range. That table array, second column. In this case we're going to put a 0, which means an exact match. It doesn't return a value, so the error there represents the fact that it can't do the match, so non-applicable. Now let's do the other way. Put that value in our table in the second column, and this time we're going to do true. What it does is it goes and finds an approximate match and returns the value. Now, one thing about this is that your data needs to be arrayed in order, logical order, in the leftmost column for the index to work properly. So in this case, it went through all the data and it didn't find a 10 or a 9.5, and so it's going to return the latest record, or the last record, before it would have otherwise expected that value, and that's how you get a white in there.